Can you taste the difference between decaffeinated coffees that have been processed in 3 different ways? And if so, which one is best? Here's how this is going to work. I'm doing a blind test, so I have no idea which coffee is which, and I'm brewing each coffee as a pour over. I'm using the same weight of coffee, the same grind size, and following my preferred pour over technique to keep everything consistent. Once brewed, I'll be smelling, sipping, and tasting each one in turn. I'll share my thoughts on aroma, flavour, body, and overall quality, plus any surprises we might find along the way. By the end, we'll have them ranked from least to most enjoyable, and then we'll reveal which one has been decaffeinated using which process. Firstly, a shout out to James Hoffman, coffee legend and YouTuber extraordinaire, who's organised this amazing decaf experiment and provided the 3 coffees that we're about to test today. Using the same source of green coffee beans from Colombia, James has taken those beans and put them through the 3 most popular decaffeination processes: Swiss water decaf, CO2 subcritical decaf, and ethyl acetate decaf. Time to taste. Hold up though, there's 4 coffees here and I was expecting 3. What's going on? Okay, so there's a coffee here that's been spared the decaffeination process. It's the same Colombian beans as the 3 decaf, but not only have we now got to define our favourite coffee, we've got to try and spot the caffeinated version too. Right, I think I've got this. Let's go. Mystery coffee number 1. Smells quite light. It's got a sort of Coca-Cola smell to it actually. It's got a lightly biscuity, a little hint of citrus maybe. Let's give it a slurp. Oh wow. It's got a real creamy mouthfeel. It's almost like it's already got milk in it. These are all black by the way. Yeah, it's strangely creamy. And going back to the Coca-Cola thing, it's a bit like a sort of Coca-Cola float, like you've had Coke with a bit of ice cream put on top. Not unpleasant though. There's a little sourness there. A bit like black cherry or raspberry. Something a bit fruity. Not too bad though. Mystery coffee number 2. This has less of an aroma actually, it's a bit flatter. Not a million miles away from the first one, but nothing very exciting. It smells like a sort of standard coffee. Let's give it a slurp. Oh dear. No, that tastes tangy. That tastes, it's a bit like orange juice, but not nice orange juice, like orange juice that you're not quite sure how long the carton's been open for, and then you have a sip and you're like, okay, let's throw that away. Least favourite so far. Mystery coffee number 3. It's quite a light smell, it's not bad. Again, it's very mild, it's hard to get much of a sniff out. Chocolatey, I guess. Cereals, like Weetabix. Okay, so I'm getting that same creamy quality as with the first one, but this time some serious citrus notes in there. It's like a mouthful of lemon juice. Yeah, surprisingly citrusy that is. I mean, if I closed my eyes and you gave that to me and I just tested it, I would swear it was lemon juice. Very characterful and interesting, not very coffee-like. And finally, mystery coffee number 4. Now this smells more like you'd expect coffee to smell. It's got that nice roasted smell about it, a bit like charred wood, toast, chocolate, honey. I mean, all the things you want in a cup of coffee. Let's give it a slurp. Okay, so you're getting that same citrus note, very high acidity. You get that initial burst of the citrus you get with the others, but this is more balanced, so you're getting a bit more flavour, a bit more body. It's carrying through on the palate, so rather than just being a high note, you're getting a nice balanced mouthfeel. This, out of all 4, is the best balanced coffee. But how to rank them? I mean, that's real tangy, and that's super tangy. That's even more, that is so citrusy. In fact, the more it cools down, the more citrusy that is. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here they are, ranked out from my favourite to my least favourite. Now one of these is the regular coffee. It hasn't been decaffeinated, it hasn't been through a process. And if I had to have a stab at which one it is, it would be this one. My favourite one, and the reason for that is that these 3 here have that strange citrus quality that was quite overpowering. And essentially, I have rated these based on my favourite being the least lemon tasting. So because of that, I'm pretty confident that this one here, my favourite one, is the regular caffeinated coffee. Worth reminding ourselves again that these are all the same origin of coffee, so they've all come from the same Colombian harvest. Time to reveal the winner. Although before we do, if you're enjoying this video, I'd be so grateful if you would consider giving it a like. 90% of viewers like you are also unsubscribed to this channel, and every new subscriber makes a massive difference, so please hit that subscribe button below. Starting from our least favourite, which is ethyl acetate. I mean, it doesn't sound tasty, does it? It doesn't sound very tasty at all. Turns out it's not that tasty. What was next up? CO2. Still haven't found the regular caffeinated one, so one of these two is going to be the winner. Will it be the decaffeinated one or the regular one? Let's find out. Number 2, Swiss water. Now what's interesting is we use Swiss water decaf at Apostle Coffee. This is our preferred decaffeination method of choice, and it's where we get our decaf from. So I'm really happy that Swiss decaf was the best out of the 3, which means this was the regular coffee. But what I'm really taken by is the fact that these 3 decaf coffees all have that same tasting note of citrus, which was present in the regular caffeinated variety, but became more accentuated the further down this chain we got. So what's the big takeaway? I guess if you're going to go for decaf, go for Swiss water decaf. These two, I cannot say they're doing anything to enhance the quality of the coffee, because that's a really nice brew. Those two, really disgusting. Thank you so much for watching. I'd love to know what you think in the comments below. Have you been part of this amazing experiment too? If so, which one do you rate highest? Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.